Hello, hello, hello. Dana Wilde here, and welcome to the show. So, we've been talking a lot about celebrity lately, and what does it mean to step into your celebrity? I think I've been using that as kind of a shortcut phrase to really talk about being authentically you, and more importantly, getting paid to be authentically you, and build your business by being authentically you, and figuring out what it is that's uniquely you that sets you apart from everybody else that is selling products or programs or offerings that are similar to yours, sometimes exactly the same as yours. How do you stand out in a noisy marketplace? I'm not going to lie to you. The world is probably noisier than ever. And so what you want to be able to distinguish yourself. And so people might say, well, the celebrity formula, that's kind of like branding then, right? Like you stand out because you pick the right colors or you do this. And what I want to tell you is it's very, very different than that. This is not only about energy work, about being able to step into who you are energetically and feel confident, and it's about mindset work, about quieting those noisy demons that keep us comparing ourselves to everybody else. And then it's also about the strategy behind it. People are surprised to find out that celebrity is actually manufactured. And so we're going to talk about it a little bit today with Stacy. Stacy Ryan is such a great person to have on the show right out the gate here, because first of all, she not only just signed up for the celebrity formula, but she's in transition. She is just switching from some different businesses that she's had on her own for quite some time now, and she's just stepped into a brand new business, brand new idea of market, who she's going to be working with, all of those things. So I'm really excited to dig in. She was the very first person to get into the class, so I just want to say big old applause, some jazz hands and applause for Stacy Ryan. Yay! Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Dana. It's great to be here. Thank you so much.
Now you're in Texas, right?
Yes, I am. I'm just outside of Houston.
Well, I'm a little jealous. I'm in Minnesota and it's minus 30 here today. So I think I would swap with you, and then in August you can come up here.
Hey, that sounds great. I'd love to escape the August heat.
So tell me a little bit now. You actually are switching from having kind of a marketing consulting business to a network marketing company. Is that right?
Yes, I've been a marketing consultant since 2010, and I still have a handful of clients that I work with. And I also had a network marketing company that I was working with, but I'm just kind of switching my focus. I kind of lost my passion for that. And I don't know, I'm really looking forward to the changes because I want to be more in control of my life and my schedule and do things the way I want to.
I understand. And so when you found this company, what was it about it that appealed to you? Like why this one and why this particular switch?
Well, I made the switch to RX, and it's a company that a lot of people haven't heard of because each of their product lines has its own brand. And I got convinced to try one of the anti-aging skincare products. And I had been using the product for a couple of weeks. I got comments like, "You're glowing, you're radiant, are you pregnant? It looks like you ironed your forehead." And people are asking me, what are you doing differently? And that made me realize, hey, there's something here. And since all their products are non-toxic, it's kind of in line with a shift that I want to make in my personal life as well, just to get rid of a lot of the negativity and the toxins out there.
Right. Now, we won't go into the details of it, but I know that you're making this big shift because you went through a little bump in the road with some medical issues, and it's kind of like you're like, okay, I need to kind of get into some clean living here, and I need to, detox. And so this seems like kind of a natural piece of the puzzle. One of the things I know about you, Stacy, and I think this might actually work into kind of your celebrity, is that even though you're making this shift to clean living, it's not like you want to be 100%, let's just call it like good girl, right? Like you want to still be able to like eat, maybe eat the occasional bad thing or drink alcohol if you want to drink it. And so when you first told me that, I was kind of thinking like, I wonder if that isn't part of your celebrity. Like, I wonder if your celebrity isn't kind of like clean living for fill in the blank. Like, I want to say clean living for real people, but I'm not necessarily the best namer. You know what I mean? Like, you're not trying to be so extreme, and you're not like so, oh, you have to be 100%, don't touch a piece of gluten or dairy or this or that. Does that make sense, Stacey?
Yeah, it does. And you would never, ever catch me free of dairy because I am a cheese girl. I am a rat at heart. And two of my favorite food groups are pizza and Mexican food. So those things are here to stay. That's a part of my DNA.
So there you go. It's kind of like clean living for people who love pizza. You know what I mean?
Yeah, clean living for people who like to eat real food.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I think what happens is, part of figuring out like your messaging or your celebrity, because celebrity is manufactured. So what you're trying to identify is really what's your celebrity identity in the marketplace. And we get into this really extensive in the Celebrity Formula. Obviously, we're working together very closely for 4 months, so we're not going to get anywhere near the work done here, but we're kind of moving in the direction of it, just the feel of it, kind of figuring out what pieces make you different with this particular message. So it sounds to me like you're most interested in the line they have that is the skincare line. Is that right?
Yes, I love it.
Now, is there any reason in particular why skincare? I'm assuming that, mostly your clients are going to be women. Like, what kind of transformation or benefit do you think you're going to give people with that particular line?
Well, for me, it was about getting a radiance back and that youthful glow that as we age, we tend to lose. And I just recently hit a new decade in life, and that would start with a 5. And the good news is most people don't guess that I'm that age. And part of it is my personality, but the other part of it is just the way you look. And let's face it, we live in a society where people judge you by the way you look.
And so it sounds to me like what you're saying is that you want to look on the outside the way you feel on the inside. Like you feel young and you feel youthful and you want to. And that you kind of want to give that gift to other people too.
Oh, definitely. That you phrased it better than I did.
Oh, that's great. No, Sarah, I got it all from you. I just paraphrased back what you just said. So it's perfect. And so let's hone in on this a little bit more. Your ideal client that you would work with probably would be a woman who is what age or older?
I would say 40 and up, because 40 is when we tend to notice those changes and the little fine lines that start creeping in, and we go, ooh, no, I want to fight that, put the brakes on.
I wonder if you would even be willing to consider tightening it up even more and maybe even saying 50 and above or 50 to 65. This is not a decision you have to make today, but the reason I bring it up is I want people to think about the difference between seeing let's say an advertisement or a marketing piece that says, are you over 40? And seeing a marketing piece that says, are you 55? Like, if you're in that age group, you really see yourself when a different number is used. And like I say, just let it, a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today, I just want you to kind of let simmer, because as we get in the course, we're going to talk about it a little bit more. I'm wondering if your ideal client, what kind of lifestyle they have. Are they single or married, or who? If you're kind of like forced to pick just one person, what do you think her lifestyle would be like?
I would say she's married. If she has kids, they're probably older kids because of the age we are. Probably working, probably thinking about that transition out of the workforce at some point in the future. Thinking about that empty nester phase.
Yes, all good. This is
what's
so
next?
Good. Yes, Stacy, oh my gosh, you're so smart. That's exactly it. Because when you can start to feel that, that experience that they're having, the kids are leaving, They're going to be alone. They're going through that thing of like, oh my gosh, I just gave my whole life to these kids, and like, what's for me now? What's the next phase? Maybe
Right.
getting excited about shifting, wanting to still feel young, wanting to still look young, wanting to feel like, okay, that time may have gone by, and I love that I did such a good job being a parent, but now it's my turn, and I want to be out in the world again. I'm somebody who's, I'm assuming, probably social and engaging and active.
Yeah, I think so. Not just social on a personal level, but maybe they're philanthropic and actively involved in their community and
Nice.
yes, active.
Yeah, good words all around. I love that, Stacy. Very, very good. And so, what I'm curious about then, or what I'm thinking is it sounds like maybe this is like you 5 years ago. Is that right? Or is this you, like the experience that you're having? Is this the same kind of experience you've had?
Well, in the past 5 years, I got married, moved to a small suburb of Houston. I am in, I guess, a politically adjacent volunteer opportunity, which is something I never thought I would be in, is politics. And I do. I think it's me. Everything except the kids, because I don't have any that I know of.
Well, so that's cool that you know of. I think that might be one of the single funniest things anybody has ever said on the show in any interview. I don't have any kids that I know of, but I'm not ruling it out.
Especially as a female,
Yeah, you think you would know. Well, the reason I'm saying I'm wondering if it's you is because, I know myself often, like, we want to help people through things that we're just recouping. And I know you've just gone through kind of this like little bit of medical bump in the road. You maybe are feeling like you're ready to regain something. And like you say, you're in this new kind of politically adjacent volunteer role. I'm wondering, do you feel like somehow you've had a transition, just like these women are having a transition, and you just got married, so you're having a transition. You know what it feels like to kind of want to reclaim who you are. Can you tap into the emotions, is what I'm wondering?
I can definitely tap into that, because the last couple of years I have been on the roller coaster of emotions, from the highs of marrying the love of my life to a really deep depression in going through medical issues, teams of doctors, tests, and things like that. I kind of I lost my smile, I lost my laugh, and as you can see, I've got a lot of that back now.
Right.
And I owe a lot of that to the positive brain training that I've done. So that's one of the reasons that I wanted to be part of this celebrity formula, is because this is a new phase in my life. And I think if I can start fresh and new, I can help other people do the same.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. So I just want to really paraphrase this back to you right now, because I think this is the emotional context of it. So when you craft your celebrity identity in the celebrity formula, it really is a formula. We'll actually craft your identity, and that's a little different than what we're doing here. What we're doing here, and what I think you just said so eloquently, and you cut out a few words that I want to paraphrase back. I think what I heard you say is you had lost your smile and you'd lost your laugh for a little while, and now you've got it back. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the ticket right there. That is the thing. All this stuff we've been saying, all of the stuff we've been talking around or dancing around, it really leads to that emotional impact that you're going to have with your clients. That's the thing that they're going to care about, and that's the thing what makes you uniquely positioned to talk with them about it. This is what makes you the celebrity for this particular issue, is that firsthand, and like I can even feel it in my heart when you say that, exactly what that feels like, to lose your smile, to lose who you are, to lose your laugh, to feel like, you're looking at the next 30, 40 years and wondering like, How can I maximize it and make it better? And this can't be all there is, and it can't be a downhill spiral from here. It's got to get better. And I don't want to live in this place of where my heart is heavy. I want to be light again, and I want to be radiant again, and I want to feel good, and I want to have that youthful glow that I used to have and enter the world with my big smile and feeling good. Now, when you start talking to people from that experience that you've had, that's part of your celebrity. Does that make sense, Stacy?
Gosh, I love it. I mean, I am getting goosebumps
just
thinking about that.
Yeah, you're going to nail this. You're going to be so good at this. This is going to be so easy for you because it's uniquely you. And it's not going to be hard to talk about that because you've experienced it and you can do it in verbiage that people will understand. And so now what happens is your marketing doesn't become a bunch of like, oh, I've got the orange button instead of the blue button stuff, right? It becomes it becomes more like I'm speaking from my heart of an experience I had, and here's what it did for me. And it was so fun to go out in public and have people say, did you iron your forehead? Because it felt so good to know like I still had that glow and I could still smile again. And when you start talking from that perspective, now people want to line up and they remember you, and you are the celebrity in the market because you're speaking about you. Does that make sense?
That makes complete and total sense. Yeah. I love it.
And we're only at one little piece of it. Like once you start unraveling this, I think what you're going to see, you've got so many things about you that are unique. Just being from Texas puts you in like, that could be like one whole piece of the celebrity formula because you've got, people from Texas, they're a little different than everybody else, right?
Yes, we are. And I just recently discovered I have ancestors that go back to the Republic of Texas. So I'm just trying to prove that right now.
Wow, that's so crazy. I love it. I love it. It's really good. Well, Stacy, we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more. I'm going to do a quick check-in with the Facebook audience. For those of you that want to get to know Stacy better, make sure to go to workwithstacy.com. Workwithstacy.com. Remember, she's on her new journey. She's just starting, so you may not see a lot about her new business there yet, but go check her out, find her on Facebook, and get to know Stacy. And you can be part of watching this transition that she goes through because you're actually going to see it happen live and in real time over the next 4 months on Facebook and through her marketing and through the things she's doing. So check out workwithstacy.com. Stacy Ryan here being so generous, talking to us about this transition she's going through. And when we come back, we will hone in on a little bit more with some parting tips. For those of you that don't know, we're live on Facebook every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So come on, join us and be part of the conversation. I'm going to go check in with our studio audience right now, and we'll be back in 90 seconds. Hello, Dana Wilde here, and welcome back. So good to have you here. I was just talking with Stacy Ryan, who's making a transition to a new business. And you can go learn about Stacy over at workwithstacy.com. Workwithstacy.com. Go check her out. Go find her on Facebook. Follow her and watch her as she goes through this transition in the celebrity formula, or join her even better. The thing we've been talking about right now, and what we're going to continue to talk about, is more stuff that kind of comes in the second half of the program, but it's nice to talk about it up front and let it simmer a little bit, because the work we're doing in the first half of the program has more to do with celebrity mindset. So that, really stepping into the confidence and the energetic space of being the celebrity and all of that stuff. And once you start to get that, the rest of it becomes easy. But one of the things we started talking about on the show is how Stacy is uniquely positioned to stand out in her market because of who she is and because of the experience she's had, and specifically the emotional experiences that she's had that are tied to this particular transformation that she can offer her clients. And so when I say get out in your marketplace or talk about these things, then it kind of becomes about what is your method? We call it your celebrity vehicle for getting out into the world. And so, Stacy, I'm kind of curious about you because we haven't talked about this before. Like, what kinds of things you usually really love to do in your marketing day? So, some people, they love the technology, like setting stuff up. Some people love the engagement or being out there. Some people love to write. Some people love to be interviewed. Some people love to interview other people. Like, do you kind of have a sense of what you love yet?
Well, when I lived in Houston proper, I did a lot more person to person networking. And living out in kind of the country ish area, I don't do as much in person networking. So it's got to be more online. And I've been told by a lot of people that I need to do more video because I come across well on video and I'm okay with being on video. It was just one of those things about having the right space and the audio. And so now I think I've got a pretty nice looking office that I could do videos from comfortably and confidently. So I think I'd really like to do more of that.
Okay, so here's what I want you to kind of let simmer between now and the time we actually make the decision on this when we talk about it in the course, okay? Is that I can see where you would be great on video because obviously you're really likable. You've got a nice personality. All of those things that would make it successful. But the question I would wonder, and the thing to kind of think about, is, do you love doing video? Like, is it like, oh my God, I can't wait to wake up today because I'm going to get to put a camera in front of me and I'm going to get to talk to that camera? And if you're a networker at heart, what I'm curious is, just you don't have to answer and don't let me project my ideas on you, but I'm wondering if you like the live engagement, the back and forth that you get from networking rather than is it the first thing on your list to do to make that video, or is it the last thing on your list that you feel like you have to do to put content out? See where I'm getting at?
Do.
Yeah.
But one is easier and a lot less time consuming.
Which one?
Guess.
Which one's easier?
The video is, for right now, the video is going to be a lot less time consuming and easier than getting in my car, driving for a half an hour to go to a networking meeting, or longer, depending on what time of day it is.
What do you think about live streaming?
I could do live streaming.
Because
I've never done it.
Yeah, well, I never did either up until a year and a half ago. And then I kind of thought about like what happened to me. And this is why I say, don't let me project on you. And I want you to think about this because we're going to actually do some tests and worksheets and stuff when we get further into this. But what was happening to me all the time is literally doing the video was the last thing on my list. But once I made the appointment to do the live stream and I was showing up, it became so easy to do. All I had to do was just turn on my computer and then my video was done. Like my video is done because now this video is done and this video is going to go and live on even when I'm not doing it. And so don't make a decision now, but just kick it around. Ask yourself, like, if I'm a good networker and I want the easiest possible thing to do, is it easier for me to look in front of a camera? And because there's something to be said for that too. You could look in front of a camera and make 10 videos in a day and put them all out and be done with it. Or do I really like the engagement? Like, do I really get a high on the engagement? And so, do you have a sense of a preference yet?
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it just depends. I like my networking to be more social now rather than more business related.
I get it. Well, then video might be it. And so here's the thing to start researching or start thinking about between now and the time we get to this in the course is maybe you decide to become a YouTube star. Maybe you just like claim that space and say that's going to be my thing. And I'll tell you something, especially in the skincare space, when we start getting into like who you are in the marketplace and what your celebrity identity is, and then you start making videos within that celebrity identity in the YouTube. And how many crossover artists are there on YouTube? Come on. It's so huge. Like all those people who get their own TV shows and all that stuff, right? I mean, maybe that's the space you claim, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So kick it around. I mean, just start thinking about it, but I like it. And here's the thing I'm trying to get at, and I really, this is more for everybody else rather than you. And the reason I'm asking Stacy all of these questions is that often we get so bombarded by what other people say or what the marketplace is saying that we get these messages that are mindset that we're telling ourselves that we have to have that in order to be successful. And it can be even simple things like I have to build a list, or I have to build a funnel, or I have to have a sales page, or I have to have a chat bot, or I have to live stream, or I have to do video, or I have to fill out the list. That we kind of forget that the truth is we can sell doing anything. When you say to yourself, and this is a good question to ask yourself, what is the fastest way to make that sale? What is the fastest way that I can make that sale? What's the easiest way I can make that sale? What's the way that I love doing? What's the thing I love doing? You know, sometimes when we're even setting up, let's say, sales processes, we feel like, well, okay, in order to make this sale, I have to do a webinar, I have to make all these things, I have to do the thing, and then suddenly you go, well, maybe I don't. Maybe I just have to say, hey, this is for sale, and forget all that stuff, and then stuff sells. So that's a very long way of saying, oh, look at your business with new eyes. Look at what you're doing with new eyes. Are you really, really doing the task you love? Are you really doing the task you absolutely love? Because your whole life and your whole business can be only those tasks if you want it to be. And then you just do that thing. You do that one thing. So Stacy, let's say for you it is video. Let's say you say like, yes, I'm totally going to take my new celebrity identity and I'm going to be the new YouTube celebrity star. And you start doing like facials and you start doing all this stuff on YouTube. Now what happens is now your whole day is spent doing stuff that's just like fun and play and exciting for you. And you get to ignore all of those other programs that are trying to sell you everything else of all the stuff that they say you should be doing, but you don't have to do. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does, because everybody's telling you have to be on every single platform, and I know that's not the case. You need to pick one and master it.
Yes,
just
own it.
Claim it.
Yes, just own it. Just totally own it. You nailed it, Stacy. You're absolutely right. And I could see you as that. I would love to hear some shout outs here from the live studio audience about who thinks Stacy would just be, you know, so successful on video, and she's so likable, right? It's so great. I'm really excited to see where this goes and what happens as things start to unfold. I think with that, any other questions, Stacy, before we say goodbye? Because I think I just wanted to kind of get a taste of where you're at and what direction you're headed. But I think you've really got something big here. You're really perfectly positioned to be talking about this. How do you feel?
I am very excited about it, and I hope that let's see, there were 3 more spots open in my session, so please come play with me. It's going to be fun.
I know. Won't it be fun? I know. I can't wait. We've got some really great people in that group, too, and it's really fun because it's real intimate. And Stacy, I can't wait to start uncovering your celebrity identity, which we'll start doing right away, but I appreciate you coming on and playing and being a guinea pig here because I think you're awesome.
Thank you. I think you're pretty awesome too, Dana.
It was so fun. And thank you, everybody. So you get this. Here's the thing. Really, the thing to uncover today, the easiest thing of everything we've talked about, is ask yourself, what's the emotional connection that you have with the ideal client? What is it that you're trying to help them transform? What kind of transformation journey are you taking them on? And why you? Why are you perfectly positioned to be that person? What experiences have you had? What emotions have you had? What transitions have you had in your own life that helped you to make that own transformation you're helping them make? Because when you can start to tap into that emotional energy that goes behind the transformation or the transition that's happening, now you stand out. Now you start to be like the one that people want to work with because they see that you know what you're talking about, not from a here's how to do it, here's step 1, 2, 3, but from a I know what I'm talking about because I've lived it and I did it and I'm still doing it. And this is the thing I'm still working on and I'm still part of. So you can do that little bit of home play, as we like to call it, rather than homework. You can do that little home play starting right now, because isn't it time for you to step into your celebrity? And we'll see you next time on The Mind Aware. Bye, everybody. Mwah! See you soon. Bye.